Somké.
You want to give me a kiss? Before you go another room, will you shut that when you guys when you out the door? Alright. Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with an undefeated fighter, the best ref in the game, the Hall of Famer, the one and only
Somké. And shit, man, we got a new guest in the building. New to the West Coast, been showing his ass off lately. Let's give it up for the one, the only Johnny Boy in the building.
Appreciate that, man.
Sir, yes, sir. Can we run his highlight?
I didn't get one.
I was in the chat.
I went back and looked right before the show, so I missed it twice. My bad.
Yeah, we'll do it next time.
It's cool.
But shoot, man, we saw you last month's event. You put on a hell of a show up against the Showman of all people. Let's get to it, man. What were your thoughts on that fight?
I definitely feel like I could have did better, of course. But it was a good fight overall. I feel like out of all the matchups they could have put me that day, I feel like Showman probably was the best one and the one who could put me, actually bring that test out of me. So I really ain't complaining at the end of the day.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that was your second fight, correct, with us?
Yeah, second fight. And I probably was like 18 pounds under. I weighed in at 143. I think Showman weighed in at 160. So it was still a good fight though, for sure.
Okay. Man, the muscle says otherwise, brother.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
With the push-ups, the pull-ups, man, they do you justice.
Yes, sir. We had Showman on recently, and you know, we touched on the fight, and one of the things that we both pointed out was the fact that, you know, judging off of your build, you wouldn't expect someone like you to have a gas tank, but man, I mean, you were active all 3 rounds, and truly putting up a fight. What were your thoughts? Like, did you feel like cardio was a factor at all in this fight?
Yeah, for sure. I also feel like I could have probably even pushed it a little bit more. I didn't want to gas myself out trying to counter wrestle too hard, you know what I mean? So I wanted to let him make mistakes overall and then try to capitalize off that. But he was so good at mixing stuff together, it kind of was kind of hard to do that though. But overall, I think my gas tank is pretty up there just because I do this every day, you know what I mean? It's kind of more like, it's more natural and embedded in my body now, to where like those after an hour, it's kind of like when I start warming up in terms of training sessions, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah. And I definitely want to break down the fight a little more, but before we do that, man, kind of give us an idea of like your background, like where are you from? Did you grow up fighting? If not, you know, when did you get into fighting? How did that all go down?
Well, shit, I'm from Vegas, you know what I'm saying? Born and raised Vegas. Been out here, everything I learned, that pretty much been out here. I kind of was a troublemaker at first, going to all these little juvenile camps and juvenile prisons and stuff like that. So I really didn't start fighting or get into it until probably like after COVID or right before COVID. I mean, I always loved fighting, always loved martial arts, always loved watching Jet Li movies and shit like that. But I really never had the opportunity or even the funds to actually put myself into an actual gym and start training like that. So once COVID came, I think right before COVID happened, I was at an MMA gym for a while. Then COVID came, I went to a boxing gym, and it kind of just went from there pretty much. But I didn't start competing until beginning of last year. And it's kind of funny how it started, because it started off as like I'm training in the gym every day. You know what I'm saying? All my training partners, they're all fighters. And one fight fell out. My coach was like, "Hey Johnny, when you plan on taking a fight?" And I was like, "Man, I don't know when my confidence gets back up." And like the same week, a fight pulled out, and I was like, "Man, well, I might as well fight." And it's just been on since then. So
Okay. Sound like fate right there, man.
pretty much, yeah.
And you know, like judging off of your performances, man, your first fight with Alien, second fight with Showman, you know, it definitely shows that you have a background or you've been fighting, you know, not just straight off the couch like some folks.
Yeah, for sure. And then think with that too, I'm still in the beginning stages of like I'm trying to get to know or get to learn my style. You know what I'm saying? What's good for me. You know what I'm saying? So every time I go out there, it's a learning experience. I ain't going out there saying I'm gonna do this, do that. I'm going out there to learn. I'm a student of the game right now. So anything that comes to me, I'm gonna take it. Like when he showed me he had all these fights, he was that much a weight class above me. I was like, man, I'll still take it. I'm a student of the game, man. I'm trying to learn. I'm saying this is a good learning experience. So
Mm, definitely key, man.
yeah.
Definitely key. Yeah, man. So, like, did you
So
grow up
when it
getting
comes
okay?
to, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Jay. You got a delay, so go ahead.
I was just asking, like, so since you're pretty new to fighting in the cage and training, is that something like you struggled with going in? Like, not really struggle. I mean, like, what was feelings like? How did you calm yourself down? Out of all the comments I see sometimes, the one I see the most when they're asking fighters is like, how did you calm yourself down? Like when you got in the cage, what was that like for the first time?
It was definitely nerve wracking. It was more like my first time in the cage. I didn't know how to control my nerves at first, so I kind of let off like a war cry, like a scream, like ah. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know where to put it at. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like I was too jittery or too anxious my first fight. So now every time I go to these scrapyards, go to different events and stuff like that, I feel like I'm starting to calm down, take a deep breath, and kind of see the scenery around me rather than just going there with tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I gotta remember right now that I started this off by having fun. I can't take that aspect away from the game because that's when fighters start fucking up or start, you know what I'm saying, making mistakes.
So with that, kind of elaborate on your first fight. Like, how was that drive? How was that walking into the yard? How was that whole experience before you even get in the cage?
It was definitely I wouldn't say at first actually more calmer than my actual first sanctioned fight. I mean, it was definitely more calm. I feel like just because of being from the streets in the background, you know what I'm saying, fighting like on concrete and stuff like that. I feel like that aspect of the event kind of brought me back home. I guess that makes sense. Like I wasn't as nervous as I was in like a venue where it's like a whole bunch of people buying tickets and shit like that. This one kind of made me feel like I was more like I'm fighting in the backyard. You know what I'm saying it felt more natural to me. I mean, 'cause that's what I was doing growing up all the time.
I get you. I get you. Yeah, man. I definitely think something like that would definitely it'll give you the edge over someone who is doing it completely for the first time. You
Yeah.
know, jumping in that water and not really knowing how to swim. You know, you know, not everybody gets over that.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, jumping in the water like that kind of make you sink or swim pretty much. I feel like that's a good mindset to have. Either you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if you don't swim, you're gonna sink. I mean, a lot of people kind of want an easy route the whole entire time, and it kind of takes
Mhm.
away the aspect of growing.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
So what
The
was
crazy thing to me about what you guys do is, so I grew up fighting, but like if you got into a fight, some shit popped off, right? Or you got into it at school and you had to wait a few hours and you go handle the shit after school.
Right.
You motherfuckers got like weeks and months to think about it. Like that would drain me. That would drain me to think about I have this fight coming up. I have to be ready. And not just that. See, when I grew up, you get your ass whooped, so what? But like, it's like if I fuck up and I get really fucked up in here, it's on the internet forever. That kind of shit would really like fuck with me. I don't know how you guys mentally prepare for that.
I feel it, but it's a different level of respect we had towards other fighters, even who step out there and lose. So I mean, us fighters, we kind of understand the game. You might get made fun of by some people who don't know how to fight. I mean, but who really cares about that? You know what I'm saying? So
right?
it's just a little different. Yeah, it's kind of a little different. I mean, as long as you got a good head on your shoulders and you take everything with a grain of salt, I mean, you should be good.
But even thinking about, oh, I got to fight somebody in 3 weeks. Now that's 3 weeks I got to think about. I got to fight this dude. And for me, it would be like, I think I'd be so anxious to get it over with. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't know how to like calm down. For that 3 weeks, I'd exhaust myself before the fight.
That's people don't understand. That's actually the hardest part about the fight. I'm saying it's not the fight itself. It's really getting to the fight. I'm saying because some people will trick their minds into thinking that they're not ready for, or trick their minds into believing they're sick or some shit like that. It's called fight week jitters. I'm saying everyone has it. I mean, so once you get over that, I'm saying it's like a gym. Well, the hardest part about going to the gym is actually getting up and going to there. Once you're there, it's pretty much like I'll do this every day. I mean, so.
Facts. And really, like, if you're dealing with those type of nerves and jitters and stuff, you work that out during training. You work that out during your gym sessions, you know? And then at some point, it should be worked out of you. Or, you know, if you are carrying some of that with you to the fight, you learn to utilize that, you know, in the fight.
I never necessarily say anxiousness is bad. I feel like just your body getting alert and ready for what you're gonna go through, pretty much.
Yep. Yeah, we all humans, you know. Until we start getting in there with the AI bots.
Yeah, that's a different story. Yeah.
Shoot. But yeah, man. So how did you find out about Street Beefs? What was that sign up process like for you? And yeah, when did you find out about Street Beefs?
So I knew about StreetBeefs a long time before I even started fighting. I used to watch some crazy ass videos online, but I don't know how the fuck these guys are doing this shit. That's what I was telling myself. You know what I mean? And I think probably a year and a half later, I ended up just signing up, and then boom. I guess my coach is he kind of deals with a lot of fighters who go there, so he always try to have everybody sign up. So pretty much my coach wants everyone who's a fighter in the gym to get as much experience as possible. And I really think for amateurs, that's probably the best way to go. Just fight, no matter where it's at, what's the event, just fight to get that aspect of like, or get that being comfortable in the chaos, pretty much, because it's gonna be chaos. But how to control your emotions, get comfortable in that stuff. So I feel like fighting every month, fighting every week, whatever you could do, because it's Vegas. You know what I mean? So Vegas or Nevada, overall, you got to fight every day around here. I mean, so it's always something to do, whether if it's grappling, MMA. So as long as you keep yourself busy, you should pretty much level up without even realizing it.
That's it. Yeah, man. That's the beautiful thing about Nevada, Vegas. You know, I mean, fight capital of the world. There's always something available. You know, and you know, you just gotta go out there and apply it. You know.
I was wondering if you could talk me through a little bit about your fight with the Showman, because when I was watching it, like, bro, the first time he took you down, you sprung up like you hit a fucking trampoline. Yeah. Like the way you jumped up, you were both aggressive fighters. Like, how was that for you? Like, because I really enjoyed that fight. I think you guys put on a show. I loved watching it, and I love watching two aggressive fighters. So what's that like when you're an aggressive fighter and you're facing another aggressive fighter?
For sure. So the first round, I really didn't know how aggressive he was going to be. It's kind of more of filling out. So when I seen him kick at first, the first thing he threw was a kick. I thought he was going to try to stand up the whole entire time. But then once I felt I was hurting him with my punches, I kind of seen in his face like he didn't want to be there with me standing up at least a little bit. So he kind of started taking me down. What I had to learn and kind of get used to was I feel like he had a good way of slowing me down when I got too overzealous, pretty much. I mean, so once you see me get in my groove, I let off a few punches and I start bouncing around, like getting in my move, he'll take me down pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So that probably was the most annoying part of the fight was his grappling, because grappling was good. He went from singles. I mean, he went from double shots to single legs to single leg trips and shit like that. So, I mean, it's fair play to him on his grappling. I've been working on my grappling too, for sure, every day. But that's really it. I love a good stand-up fight, but I mean, once I touch these guys, they usually just want to grapple me and shit.
Yeah, and he has a heavy wrestling.
That's the cool thing about. Sorry, Somké.
All right, go ahead, Jay.
I was just saying the cool thing is we talked to Showman, And he's like, I've been working on my striking. I'm a wrestler background. And you're the opposite. You're like, I got my striking. I'm working on my grappling. And that's what's exciting to me, though, as a fan, is I get to watch all of you grow. And then because I talk to you guys, I feel invested. And then I really become fans of you guys. And it's really cool. And I've said this before. I enjoy Street Beefs way more than I enjoy the UFC now.
Yeah. Because Street Beefs, you got the characters, you got the, like you say, you see people grow, you know what I mean? You see a whole lot of different stuff at Street Beefs that you won't see anywhere else, pretty much.
And it's the love of the fight, right? You're not bound by business. And I get when you're make it to that level, it's a business and you have to treat it as a business. But with Street Beefs, like, you still see the fun. You still see the kid come out and grown-ass men. Like, I love it.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. That's what it's for. I mean, it's not for all the extra super serious-ass shit. I mean, serious ones, the cage doors are closed. Right. But I mean, in terms of, like I said, we started this shit because it was fun. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Street Beefs is keeping that fun aspect all in one. I love that shit.
Right. Absolutely. So how does one come to the conclusion, like, okay, I've done sanctioned events, I want to do a Street Beefs fight?
Like I said, man, it's pretty much you gotta keep yourself busy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes always sanctioned events, they want you to do so much shit. Sometimes they want you to get physicals, and our physicals are good. They want you to fucking, you know what I'm saying, sometimes even pay money sometimes too. I mean, sometimes even the traveling aspect is a lot. People like us really we don't got that much time on our hands to where we could really do all that shit every month. Where rather than Street Beefs, take a 45-minute, hour and a half drive, you go scratch for 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying, come back out, you back home. You know what I mean, no problem. You know what I mean, so fight Street Beefs more convenient for you to get a fight for someone who actually doesn't have that. Because a lot of people actually like my fights. If I didn't have a coach right now, I probably wouldn't have no sanctioned fights. Cause I wouldn't know where the fuck to look at, honestly. You know what I mean, so some people don't even have coaches or just go to a gym, pay for the classes. Now we having an actual coach that's really teaching them stuff like that, and they don't know how to start it off. And Street Beefs is the perfect way for them to start off that career.
Well said. Well said.
So for you fighters, when you go to a gym, is that how it starts out? Do you start out, you go to the gym, you start paying for like training sessions, and then they see you and offer to coach you, or do you go in looking for a coach? How does that work?
I mean, it really depends on what gym. I know every gym you probably could get some one-on-one training with any coach that's there, pay for some privates. But most MMA gyms, they have you like, you go pay for like a total whatever amount. You come to every class. They got like jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, wrestling, boxing. You go to any class how much time you want during the day, pretty much. So it's pretty much up to you, your schedule. But some coaches who, when they see you really want to fight and they see you really been showing up and putting in the work, they will actually, you know what I'm saying, take time out of their day. Because most of these coaches, the thing you got to love about coaches these days too, you know what I'm saying, most of them aren't really getting paid that much, especially for us, like underground kids type shit. They really just there because of the love of the game and trying to get the gym name out there and just, you know what I'm saying, care for a fighter and not have us out there just looking stupid pretty much.
Nice.
Now, if you could kind of give some of the fighters an idea of like the difference between having a coach and then not having a coach in terms of fighting, in terms of training, you know, in terms of, you know, you as the fighter, you know, what is it like? Because you got a lot of guys who, like I said, jump straight off the couch. And then we do have a good amount of guys who are in the gym, have a team, have a coach.
I feel like it's more harder to progress without a coach. I feel like because you know your limits, and it's like working out by yourself. You get tired, you're like, fuck, I'm gonna go home. You know what I'm saying, call it a day. Rather than a coach kind of see you third person, can see what you think you're good at or what you need to work on, and kind of build you up from there. You know what I'm saying? A coach can see a foundation or see what your better skills are and create that foundation and work on whatever else is around it pretty much. Rather than you being by yourself, you can't look in the mirror all the time, you know what I'm saying, see what's wrong with you, you know what I'm saying? So you need somebody to call the stuff out you can't hear even while you're fighting. It's a big difference, you know what I'm saying? It makes like a small little thing, but it's so substantial when you do have a coach that it's like, I probably wouldn't even fight without a coach. I mean, I got offered a fight in New York, and I'm like, if my coach can't come, I probably wouldn't want to go because he's been working with me since I started fighting. I mean, I wouldn't want a random guy trying in my corner because he doesn't know me. He doesn't know what pushes me. He doesn't know what keeps me going type stuff. Like when I lost one of my fights and stuff like that, it was a good fight. I got better than what I was my first time, but I was so much in my head like, damn, what the fuck am I doing this for? You know what I'm saying? Not really, and like that. My coach kind of brought me back to where it's like, it's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Win loss is part of the game, but it's about how you get up from when you fall. You know what I'm saying? So a coach will kind of bring that to you. Cause a lot of men don't have really father figures or male role models. You know what I'm saying? That coach can be that for someone who doesn't have it.
All facts.
Well, to play off of that a little bit, what's your favorite part of this journey? Is it the training? Is it the pushing yourself? Is it the actual fight? Like, what the biggest motivation for you?
It's like I say little small little obstacles that I get over. You know what I'm saying? Every time I train. I feel like I remember when I first started jiu-jitsu, I used to fucking tap out of pressure. You know what I'm saying? I used to get like, whoa shit and tap, you know what I'm saying, out of nowhere. Now it's like I'm way more calm in these situations. I feel like it's kind of like I said, it's kind of keeping me more calm in chaos. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's kind of, how can I put that? All the chaos in life is teaching me how to take a deep breath, you know what I'm saying, and not panic.
I like that.
No, it is. It's martial arts are a great training for mindset for life in general, and I think that's pretty amazing also.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. I wanted to ask you, what was your thoughts on that first fight? I heard you mention earlier you know, I guess you kind of came out the gate, you know, full steam ahead. But what was that fight? You know, what were your thoughts on Alien and you know, stepping in that cage for the first time?
I thought Alien was good. I kind of was nervous because I heard like some people going around before he got matched up was like, oh, he got hands. So I'm like, oh shit, I think that was a guy with a boxer dude. So I was like, my game plan is for this one to actually start taking him down. Cause this one I kind of just got back into jiu-jitsu and stuff, my grappling. So I wanted to test my grappling because I lost a sanctioned fight before then from grappling. So I wanted to go in there and test some grappling out. His grappling was pretty good. He had a good guard. I thought I could have got off more ground and pound. That's what I'm really working on, more ground and pound rather than just sitting there trying to work and get submissions all the time. Fighting more ground and pound probably open up more opportunities for submissions.
It was a good fight nonetheless. A great debut, you know, and you know, moving from that fight to the Showman fight. I mean, the Showman was undefeated and one of the best in his class. You know, he kind of took a little break from the West Coast to do, you know, the sanction journey as well. But yeah, man, it was crazy to see that fight. I would say you guys and the God's Chosen Island Strong Dirty Boxing fight, y'all two had like the fight of the day, in my opinion.
It is fire, yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just from a technical standpoint, you know, two high level fighters
Yeah.
going at it. You know, that's what I like to see as a fan. You know, so you mentioned earlier that you'll be fighting this weekend, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
trying to
okay.
get that dub back. I ain't never wanted to go back to an event and fight since the last one pretty much. The last one made me want to fight so much more.
Okay. And we're doing MMA again, correct?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Any fighter locked in with you, or we'll find out when we get there?
Yeah, we find out when we get there pretty much. I really don't know because usually when people sign up, it's like half of them motherfuckers try or who say MMA either go to kickboxing or they just don't fucking want to fight type shit. So it's
Yeah.
it seems like it's not really rare, but it's always like a certain amount of people who come for MMA. So we'll see when we get there pretty much. I'm pretty open. You know what I mean? I won't turn down anything. So it should be a fun event.
Right. Right. Yeah, man. We
So
definitely have,
saying you won't turn down anything, and you've seen this now at the last event. What do you think about the dirty boxing? Is that something you would do?
Yeah, I thought about that a lot. I actually like dirty boxing because pretty much what my style with barely any grappling. I mean, I fucking love that shit. You could just knock people out. You know what I'm saying, get quick 1-2 while they on the ground, get them back up, or finish a fight there. I think that's a perfect style for me right there.
Yeah.
I thought about it last event, but I know last event was like bigger weight classes. I think like 170 and up or 170 down or something like that.
Yeah, so what they're doing is they're doing a tournament and yeah, they're doing two weight classes and the scale is a little bit wider because it's two weight classes.
Right.
So yeah, like you said, it'll be one weight on up, one weight on down. But stylistically, yeah, man, I think you would wreck shop,
Yeah.
in that style for sure. Is there is there any fighters that stand out to you since you've been at the West Coast? Any fighters that you like to lock it in with, or even just uh, fan of?
I get the Showman now, of course, for sure. Um, I like Broke Mark. I think his boxing is pretty nice. I
Yeah,
feel like
man.
he's been going to a lot of guys I've been seeing, which is I feel like it's surprising because you wouldn't think so when you look at him, but he got some hands on him.
Yeah,
Uh,
man. Champ for
so
a
far,
reason.
yeah, so far really those two. I like Kong, pretty good. You know what I'm saying I like Kong. Uh, and pretty much everybody from my gym. You say can't say that.
Okay, who we got from your gym?
We got who fought? We got Chris Vega. He fought I think once or twice. But he hasn't been there in a while. We got
Well, what his fight name was?
I think it's probably Chris Vega. And we got my homie Damien. He fought I think once. It's been a while since anybody from my team fought. We got my other homie. He fights pretty much every last 3 months. His name Cletus. He's a Cuban. He doesn't really speak English.
Okay, I think I remember Cletus.
Yeah, grappler dude. Yeah, super wrestler.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It's always good, to see the fight teams come out and, do their thing, rack up their
I had my eye on Darkness. And me and Darkness went back and forth on like a comment section one time and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty cool and shit. I probably call him out if I win or something like that. He's a pretty cool cat though. I mean, I'll definitely love to fight him. I know he's a big rapper and stuff like that, so it'd be a good test.
Yeah, yeah. Darkness is always down for the challenge. He's a
Yeah.
little bit smaller, but I mean, he's definitely one of those guys that's always down for a challenge.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I thought he was like a tall, lanky guy. You know, I'm short, so shit.
Nah, Darkness is so he's actually the MMA champ for like the 130s,
Oh shit.
135.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he's
definitely.
like somewhere 130, 135, somewhere.
Shout out to him though. Yeah, he's definitely a good opponent.
Now, last event he fought a guy who was
He
160.
did say the last time he was on the show. Yeah, and he said he's going for that 45 belt.
That's dope. Yeah. I walk around at 45. That's perfect.
Yeah, Darkness. My boy like to eat.
Yeah,
I'll
that's a
leave
good
it at
mindset.
that.
That's definitely a good mindset to have.
Yeah. Now, one thing that we were talking about with him, which I really want to see that, is we got a new grappler to the group. He's a fellow Cuban. The Darkness is Cuban as well. Uh, I think something Dragon. His fight just dropped
Yeah,
recently.
that's Cletus. That's my teammate Cletus. Yeah, he's a good
Okay.
rapper.
Okay. Yeah. There's been talks of them two going, and
Oh, that would be a good one because Cletus is a good wrestler, man. He's a heavy Cuban wrestler.
yeah, that'd be dope to see for sure, for sure.
Yes, sir.
You got something, Jay? Okay.
I was thinking about two Cuban wrestlers like tearing up a cage. That's what I was literally just thinking in my head. Like Romero and those guys, like that's the type of shit I think of. Like them Cuban wrestlers don't play, man.
Yeah, the thing about him, even training with him, he gets me on my toes. Like with him, it's like all natural for him. As soon as you touch him, it's like he just naturally wrestles. It's like, oh shit, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Shit, man. That's something that's embedded right
yeah.
there, you know? You can train
So
that to be
you're a
better.
striker. Does that mean your favorite way to finish somebody would be the knockout, or would you get more joy out of submitting somebody because you're a striker? And if you're going to finish a fight, either way, what would be the way you'd want to finish it? Like, what would be the perfect way to finish that fight?
See, knocking somebody out, it feels probably the best ever. You know what I'm saying? It feels amazing, especially when you feel like you barely touched them. It's like, oh shit. But I say with the grappling and submission, I will feel more proud of myself because I know that's my least best part of my game. You know what I'm saying? So if I know if I was to get my grappling down to submit somebody, I feel like damn, I've been my whatever I've been working on the past few months or year, it actually coming along together. So I say submission.
Yeah, more rewarding.
More rewarding, yeah.
I feel it. So man, I'm kind of curious. What's the end goal in terms of fighting? Like, are we simply just trying to stay active, stay, working, or are we trying to, hit the big stage?
Man, honestly, whatever doors open at the time, it just I walk through them. But right now, I kind of started as like to keep myself busy. You know, I'm a single male. You know what I'm saying? Vegas, I'm not really doing shit, just working and shit. So I feel like it's just something to keep my mind out of some bad decisions, pretty much. I mean, and it kind of give me a way to express myself when I need to express myself. So it started off really as like me just like want to learn. Cause I really started off just to train, just to learn, and then went from that to fighting. And from now it's really just like I just want to get better at fighting. You know what I'm saying? And if some shit happen along the way, like I'll get like a call for, you know what I'm saying? I go pro or whatever the case may be. Get kudos to that. But right now, I really just want to learn the game and go from there.
If you got a call from Bare Knuckle, are you picking up?
Yeah, I'll fight with you for sure. Yeah, for sure.
I thought that'd be your answer too. I really did. I don't know why, and you can get that feeling off of some people. What about power slap though?
I feel like I do super good bare knuckle. You know what I mean? 'Cause I'm more of a pressure fighter too. I kind of move forward. You know what I mean? I feel like I said, I grew up in the streets and we never really wrapped our fucking hands up to fight. Always just fight. You know what I mean? So.
Jay asked,
you take that power slap?
Oh yeah, I'll try that. I probably wouldn't recommend it as like I'll do this shit every month type shit, but I'll definitely try one for experience. Yeah. Boom. Yeah.
No, I got a theory power slap. I would do it until I got knocked out. So I always joke, if I get 5 coin flips and I win that, or I get hit and I don't get knocked out, I'm good. The first time I get knocked out, I'm like, thanks for the money, I'm out. If it's the first fight or the 50th, because I'm not trying to catch some CTE. So the first time I go unconscious, I'm done.
That's the thing. That's what I always think about it, because that's unguarded slap, and depending on how you hit them, you could be like it could be basically a punch. So I mean, that kind of you go 50-50 with that one. I really don't know.
And then the rules,
people's faces blow up like it.
Bro, the rules, the way they do it, I mean, it's switch up from match to match, round to round.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, dude, you think you got slapped, dude? Clubbing blow, retry. What?
Yeah.
You know, like
you flinched. Oh, you flinched before the slap. Retry.
You flinched. What do you mean, bro? I'm setting my face up for the what? Yeah, man. I say I would definitely referee.
Yeah, sure.
That's about it. You know, I show up and support DTP. You know. Shoot. But shout out to the guys, DTP, No Love, Static, you know, those are all Street Beef guys who made it to Power Slap.
That's pretty dope. Oh yeah.
Yeah, shout out to them. Yeah, man.
I think Doughboy did the other one, not Power Slap, but the other league. I think Doughboy did that.
Doughboy?
I think so.
Heavyweight boxer? Doughboy?
Oh no. McPeak did it.
Yeah, that's Doughboy.
Right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure he was flooding like less than a year ago. He was flooding it because I think he chose to do the other league, the slap league or whatever it was. I think he had one match there. If I'm wrong, somebody let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure.
It feels like you're talking about another heavyweight who, this definitely does. No,
maybe.
You gotta be you're talking about Young and Lavish.
Is it?
Confirmed.
Let's blame it on the being senile because I'm almost 50. I don't know.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
All right.
I would say
I was waiting in the comments for somebody to tell me, but nobody's telling me if I'm right or not. So I was like, all right, let's move on. I don't care.
This is one of those. Yeah. You know, all white folks don't look the same. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. They don't.
Yes,
They
we
don't
do.
all.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you got Doughboy mixed up with Young and
all
Lavish.
of us, all of us overweight white dudes look the same. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
So when are you coming out to fight Shinigami? That's what we need to know.
Oh, to me?
Me?
No, Jay.
Bro,
Jay.
I'm
I was
5'8".
gonna say, Jay, that's a
Shinigami's
big
like
boy.
6'4".
You know what I'm saying?
Like, get the fuck out of here.
So that's a big boy for me. Goddamn.
Yeah, Scorpio, Shinigami. Come on, Jay.
I'm 5'8", Somké. 5'8".
No way.
Yeah, I am. You met me. I'm 5'8", literally. I was
I
2
feel like
inches
we
taller
were-
than Buddy.
I feel like we were eye to eye damn near.
No, we weren't.
Maybe my
I've been
bucket
5'8" since 7th grade. Since 7th grade, 5'8". I haven't grown.
Well, big in spirit. You take the giant down. I believe in you.
There you go.
Back to Johnny boy. Man, out here in the West Coast, we have the Hall of Fame, and typically the criteria is like at least 10 fights, plus whatever you do within the community. Um, could we ever see you getting up to those 10 fights and possibly going down in the Hall of Fame in the future? Is that something?
I think so. I think so. Just because, like I said, I'm really trying to just fight as much as I can. I think
Okay.
after this, I'm gonna go out the country for like a week and a half. After like May. But I think after May, I feel I'm gonna try to fight every month or every event after that.
Where we going? Nosy people need to know.
Rio.
Okay,
Rio de Janeiro to try to get my grappling better. You know what I mean? So,
smart man, because I definitely wasn't thinking
yes, sir.
grappling. All right, not in
Yes,
that, not in that sense, at least.
I feel you.
Smart man, though. That's what's up. That's what's up. So, what is it? What is it about grappling that's got you hooked? Because oftentimes we do see that we see that unfortunately with a lot of fighters who, they're either this or they're that. You know, what what um what is it for you in terms of like being that student and further, adding to your repertoire, specifically
Yeah.
grappling?
I feel like that's really the only way for you to get better. I mean, if you try to, if I'm already good I'm not really the best at striking. I'm not saying I'm like fucking Floyd Mayweather, but I'm pretty decent at striking to where like I don't really gotta focus on that so much. Of course, we always gonna work on it and shit like that. But I feel like my real thing I really need to get better on is my grappling. I mean, I feel like if you don't be a student of the game, you're not really gonna progress anywhere. You're gonna be stuck in the same situation over and over and over. You're gonna tell yourself like, "Damn, what the fuck am I doing this for?" It's not what are you doing this for. It's really like how are you doing it? I mean, if you're not doing it right, then you're doing it wrong, I guess.
I agree.
And I feel like grappling is more it's more agony. I mean, it's more like everyone could throw some punches and stuff like that, block your face, but grappling is more it's more of a chess game. I mean, you can't really even like small little battles like you people who don't grapple don't see even like small foot position, hand position, shit like that. I mean, it takes a lot. You know what I'm saying for you to learn. You know what I'm saying it's more of a how can I say it? It's more of a chapter book, and in terms of all the knowledge you need to learn from grappling. Striking, you can kind of get a lot of shit down pretty simple to get the fundamentals down pretty simple, but grappling it takes time over and over, drilling, working stuff out, going in bad positions, seeing how to get out of it, get uncomfortable. I'm saying seeing how you get out of that uncomfortable situation. So it's a real thinking man's game. That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
Sparring hurts a lot less than grappling too. There is something about grappling where every fucking thing hurts. You're kneeling on me, or you're twisting something, or you know what I mean. Even if I'm in the right position, I'm still hurting somewhere. I'm like, it's crazy how like grappling hurts all the time.
Yeah, for sure. It really just that's probably why I kind of got my good my good gas tank from really is really just all the grappling rounds and just learning how to breathe and stay calm in those situations. Some people get held or get in grappling scrambles and be fucking just breathing hard, heart rate going crazy. But when you're saying I learned in grappling, you kind of just calm it down, slow it down, get your breath, and you're saying shit will come.
Absolutely, man. I got a saying on pretty much every episode, bro. Cardio is key. Cardio is key. Cardio is key.
Yes,
And ain't
sir.
nothing like grappling cardio.
Yeah, it's way
Wrestling
different.
cardio. Mhm, for sure. So I wanted to get an idea of like, who are some of like your favorite fighters coming up, man? Any fighters that stood out growing up or currently could be famous, could be street beefs, could be people at the gym.
Uh, right now it's a few, but it's more like I guess Ilya Taporia, Justin Gaethje, and I like kind of like Mike Perry and bare knuckle boxing, just kind of like brute, how like savage he is, pretty much how move forward he is. Like those three right now. I like Ilya because his style kind of like mine. I want to get mine kind of like that, more wrestling, boxing based. Justin just a fucking tank, how he just goes, and I like Mike just kind of how he moves forward. And all those fighters actually move forward itself. I'm more of a in tune with the shorter, stockier guys who strike pretty well.
Yeah, shit. Mike got a big fight coming up, huh?
Yes, sir.
But what do you think of that fight?
Uh, you said Mike?
Yeah, Mike Perry don't isn't he isn't he
Oh, he's
fighting
fighting on a
Nate
Netflix
Diaz,
card.
Mike Perry.
Yeah, I think he's
yeah,
fighting on Netflix.
Diaz. I was about to say McGregor, but yeah, he's fighting Diaz.
If it's MMA, it'd probably be Diaz just off submissions. But Nate gets cut super fast. He might touch Nate one time and Nate whole face gets falling off. So you never really know. It might be a fucking doctor stoppage for Nate. I mean for Mike, or a fucking submission for Nate.
Yeah.
Both guys are tough as nails.
Yeah, but Nate more of a tough in his cardio aspect of like he'll keep pushing. Nate's tough, he takes damage, but his damage is more of like I feel like Nate's more tough in dealing with because it's cardio. You know what I'm saying? Mike Perry
Mm,
more tough to deal with because he's not gonna stop fucking punching you after you punch him with your heart.
powerhouse.
Yeah, well, Nate does triathlons.
Yeah.
Nate does triathlons. Like, that's wild shit, right? Like, I get this. I always joke because I hate running. If you ever see me run, just run and ask questions later because something fucked up is going on.
Yeah.
That cardio, bro. Yeah, man. I definitely looking forward to that fight. Great picks as well. You know, those guys are all monsters in the ring,
Yeah.
in the cage. Uh, yeah, man. Looking forward to seeing you this weekend, man. I'm not sure how big of the event's gonna be. You know, people sign up, some people show up, some people don't. But
I'm gonna be there though, so that's all that matters. I mean,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely looking forward to
So
it.
what's fight morning like for you? Like, you got a routine, or do you just do something different every time? A lot of athletes are superstitious.
yeah, pretty much different every time. It depends on how I'm feeling. I know I just get up mainly. One thing I always do is just get a good stretch in. I mean, get a good stretch and get some electrolytes in my body and make sure my body's woken up.
Now, do you eat before a fight, or is that something you don't do? Because I've heard fighters go both ways.
Well, not really. I like to keep it light. 'Cause I really don't eat. Every morning, like Monday through Thursday, I get up from 9 and do jiu-jitsu from 9 to 10, and then Muay Thai from 10 to 11. I might go back from MMA, but in the morning when I do work out, I normally don't eat. I just drink like some salt water, like a little pinch of salt and some water, just to get my body going. So when I go to the Street Beefs events in the morning, I try to keep that same aspect down, so my body kind of feels like he's in the same sense of he's training. You know what I'm saying, rather than getting so hungover on food or so sluggish on food. So I might eat like a banana, like a small shot of espresso.
So when you're drinking that salt water, are you just using like regular iodine salt, or like my wife is crazy and buys this ridiculously expensive Celtic salt that she uses?
Nah, I just use like some pink Himalayan salt to get a pinch, put it in there real quick.
Okay. Yeah, my wife uses this ridiculously expensive Celtic salt.
Oh, okay. It probably doesn't retain that much water. That's why. You know, iodine salt kind of feeds you water and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. She as we getting older, she's gotten so much like focused on getting healthy, right? Because like
That's
motherfuckers
good
want to
though. That's
live.
me. You got hop on
So
the
she,
train.
her, and
That's
her,
good.
yeah, and well, like her dad is 70 now, and he looks like early 50s, and the dude still got a 6-pack.
Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah.
Gold. Yeah, man. Shit. I always have like a special meal planned out after every fight. So I gotta know, man, like what are we eating after a battle?
It definitely some steak, man. Either a good New York strip, man, I fucking love it. Either with some asparagus. The sides could really be anything else, but I know it's always a steak and some asparagus. But it could be either rice or like macaroni and cheese on the side or some shit like that.
And how we cook our steak for the
Oh,
people.
medium rare,
Now,
medium rare, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, I see you.
that's a good. You gotta ask
Somké,
that question. Some
do
people like
you
that shit.
plan out? Do you
Yeah, one time.
plan out your meal before the fight, even, or do you choose after what you're hungry for?
Nah, I pretty much know I'm gonna want a steak. I'm a steak guy. I eat steak all the time.
What
Yeah,
about
for
you?
me, for me, I already know what I want before the
All right,
fight, like before the
I
day.
figured.
But I eat the steak, so like me, like he enjoys a steak every time after a fight. I eat a steak the night before the fight.
Oh, I used to do the same thing. Yeah, that works out
Yeah,
too.
the
Okay.
night before the fight, I eat a steak. I eat that mug by hand too. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, man. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And then keep it
3
super light.
minutes each side, and then Somké just tears into
Straight out the pan, you know.
it.
But the morning of super light, you know, whatever it is, it's got to be like super light, and I make sure to hydrate like the whole month, so that the day of, the night of, I kind of dehydrate, so that I'm not pissing the day, like the morning of the fight.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be pissy, you know what I mean? Filled with water,
See, it's
filled,
really
you know.
weird. When I was younger, for wrestling, I couldn't eat before a fight. That nerves, right? But for hockey, being a team sport, I had to eat or I was starving by the third period.
Yeah, I think because of combat, I think it's more of a it keeps you more stressed out. You know what I'm saying it's more stressful in your brain. Just because like in the
Yeah.
team aspect, like if someone got
Oh,
my
yes.
back, rather than fighting, it's like someone got my back from my coach or someone's there more like a coach is more like you there for you because no one really can have your fucking back. You got your own back in the cage because no one's there to fight with you. I mean, so it's a different ball game in terms
Wrestling,
of
yeah, wrestling was more anxiety nerves going. Like, I was cool until like I got there, right? And I knew I was coming up, and then I started to get really nervous and like, but hockey was more of that excited energy, anxiousness, you know, it was excited. Whereas wrestling, you're right, I'm on my own. But even when I was younger and played baseball, when you're up to bat, it's a single sport, right? They say it's a team sport. When you're up to bat, you're by yourself. So the nerves are different. So it's weird when it's like, you're right, you have a team behind you. Okay, I know dude's got my back, where any combat sport or anything, you're going in there and it's like, it's me and that dude, and the best dude's going to walk out of here a winner.
pretty much, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you're exerting so much more energy in such a shorter period of time also in like MMA or boxing.
Yeah, fight is more of a sprint. And some people think like even when you're training for a fight, I mean, I can say you do jog and shit and run miles and shit, yeah. But I really feel like people need to do more sprint drills because a fighting is short bursts of sprints. You know what I'm saying? A short bursts of sprint rather than even like soccer. Soccer, you're running the whole entire time, you're just jogging the whole entire time. Rather than fight, you're rest, rest. I mean, so it's very different. I mean, it's the same but different, and you'll feel the difference once you go from one sport and then try to come to MMA or a combat sport. You're like, God damn, I thought I was in shape.
Yeah, because the recovery time, you need to recover faster in a combat sport because you can't, like in hockey, I can go to the bench when the next line comes in, catch my breath, go back out there. You know, football, you get tired, you tap the helmet, and they let you off for 2 or 3 plays. And your combat sports, there ain't no timeouts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Make it to the round.
Mm-hmm.
That rapid recovery. Yeah, it's that quick, rapid recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's different for every sport, you know. We really see the different aspects. As you play different sports, you see, well, this might apply, but only to a degree.
Yeah.
Or, you know, this doesn't have nothing to do with this at all, you know.
It is crazy, though. Wrestling almost equates with every sport you play in some way or another.
I mean, you could make up a part that kind of contributes to every sport. Yeah, I can see that.
Even the balance, or in football, just to being able to like know how to position. I don't know if so much baseball and shit like that, but like definitely like wrestling based and MMA, those dudes at lower levels succeed quicker sometimes, and then they get to the higher levels. You see guys come into UFC, they get lower level guys, and they just tear through them with the ground and pound and the controlling, and then they get to top 15 guy, and then they get hands put on them, and they go, "Oh, I got to go back to the lab."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's why I say you got to be a student of the game. You can't really just expect to learn everything all of what I'm saying in 1 or 2 fights. You got to really take your time and get that experience down. I mean, I feel like a lot of fighters they make that mistake, especially in UFC, where it's like the company probably wants to push them because they got a name, and they jump in the deep end. You know what I'm saying? Without fucking floaties on, they fucking drown. I think everyone should take like the Sugar O'Malley approach, where Sean Sugar was like, "I'm gonna fucking fight these fucking cans, so I feel like I'm ready." That opportunity came from the fight Peter Yan. He took fought Peter Yan. Some people say he lost, but he still came out on top. And then now he became a champion after that. So it's like you gotta wanna wanna learn. You know what I'm saying? You can't just think, oh, I'll beat 2 guys up. You know what I'm saying? I'm the best now. Let me go jump in the deep end. Because that's not really how it works. It's a small little ladder you gotta climb. You gotta appreciate every step you take.
Absolutely.
I'm really excited to see where you go in the future, though, because not only like are you just aggressive, which I really enjoy as a fighter, but you got the right mindset. You're trying to get better, not even every day. It sounds like you're trying to get better every minute, right? And
Yes, sir.
I know there's this old saying that my hockey coach used to say, and he played in the NHL just for a hot minute, but he also always say, everybody at what your level at, you could be on the same level, but are you trying to get 1% better? Because 1% better will take you over the top of somebody who's at the same level you are. And I guarantee you that guy you're playing against or fighting was his thing. You know, we're playing, they're trying to get 1% better. So are you trying to get even just 1% better every time you do something? And it kind of stuck with me in everything I do in life. Like, can I do this 1% better today than I did yesterday?
Yeah.
No, and you with the fighting, I'm excited to see where you go because you definitely got the right mindset.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I didn't see the alien fight live, but I saw the Showman fight live, and I was like, instantly, this is somebody to watch right here, you know.
Great. Appreciate that, man. Much love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, I watched that fight twice this week. I watched it when it first came out, and then I watched it again today before we had the show. And I was like, man, these two are super aggressive. This is like an exciting fight. So now you say you be there, which makes sense because you're always there. But that made me a little jealous on how the fight went because I'm like, that is definitely one I would have wanted to see in person.
Yeah. And the way I see it, man, with that mentality, that mindset, you know, that's championship mindset, you know.
Yeah.
You could be in the runnings for a belt, you know.
That's
But
the
that's
goal,
not
man. I'm
it.
trying to get a few more wins on my belt, man. Hopefully we discuss that shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You might see that rematch right there, you know, you
I
and Showman.
was thinking that too. I was thinking I'd probably call him a rematch too, because I didn't feel like like even the weight. I didn't feel like he was too much weight to where I couldn't handle. It was just small little things where I could have done better in my technical part of the game. If I did a little thing more better technically, I probably would have got a lot of positions or able to stand it back up and keep going from there.
Yeah. Well, you made him work, man. You know, and that's something we hadn't really seen in previous Showman fights. You know what I mean? He was able to really outmaneuver his opponents really well in his previous fights. So this one we really got to see, you know, him fight, and you know, that's credit to you. You know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Like I said, you fight of the day, man. Fight of the day.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah. And then we doing the next event this weekend. So, you know, we definitely looking forward to seeing you know, who you're matched up with and you know, how that fight turns out.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, did
Definitely appreciate you giving us your time.
Oh yeah.
No, I just really definitely appreciate you giving us your time. And I'm a little jealous it's still light out by you guys.
Oh yeah. That's Vegas, man.
Yeah, that time switch.
Yeah, it's 8:30 here, so you guys, you know, you guys still got a couple hours of light left.
Right. Well, shoot, man. Is there any place that the people can find you? You know, any social medias, any platforms that you're on?
Yeah, I'm on social media, IG at Johnny Rock Lee _LV. Find me there, find some highlights, find some videos there.
Awesome.
And I'll tell you, like I tell all the other fighters, if you ever want to tag us or put Yankee and the Brit in as a collaborator, we'll definitely share all of your stuff to all of our followers on there too. And that's the one platform where we actually kind of got with over 50,000 followers. So
okay, yeah, definitely, hell yeah.
Yeah, man. That's the whole point, you know, really spreading the information, you know, amongst the community, you know, and you know, letting people know what you got going on, basically, you know.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you and your time, brother.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. Is there anything else you want to let the people know?
Thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out Street Beefs and Underground. Much love, guys, man. Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Later.
Another great episode.
Another great show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we battled through my lag.
Hey, we got through it. You know what I mean? We're figuring out the microseconds as we speak.
No, I'm excited to watch him fight. Like I said, man, he's got the right mindset. He's an aggressive fighter, got skills. Like that's one of those guys you can see. Like I want to see where he is in 3 months, 6 months, a year. Like not just like, oh, how is he in a year or so? Like I want to see it. I think you'll see something. So I want to see, you know, like where is he in 3 months, or even this fight compared to last fight.
Absolutely. You know, one thing that was clear through the interview is like, you know, he's a student of the game and he's about learning, you know, and getting better. So, yeah, man, you know, after seeing that fight with Showman, I'm like, he's made a fan out of me. I got to catch every fight that he's in, you know. So I'm definitely looking forward to this weekend and seeing, you know, who he's matched up with.
Yeah, the Showman fighting in like overalls kind of fucked me up for a second. I was like, wait, what?
I don't know what it is. Like, it seems so fitting.
It does.
I almost didn't notice until I saw the comments of people like reacting, and I'm like, I guess it isn't the norm, but he seems so normal showing up to fight in that. Like, I don't know. Some people, you know, they have a costume and it just works.
And it works because it fits and people notice. And yeah, you know what I mean? He can fight, plus he's got something that people notice. it definitely could work for social media.
Oh yeah, facts. But shoot, man, we can't keep the people here, all night. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and run through the credits real quick. Shout out to our guest tonight, Johnny Boy. I appreciate you. Everyone watching out there, go check his fights out. Before you do that, hit the like, subscribe, and share button. We muchly appreciate that. Shout out to Jay, always helping me kill it every week. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to the West Coast. Shout out to the Dirty South. Shout out to the OG Yard. We do this for y'all. Overtime Hustling Mag, appreciate you. Heart in the Fight, appreciate you. We do this every week. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it for me.
Well, I appreciate you, Somké, all the work you put in, getting ready for the show and finding the fighters and everything you do. I appreciate all of you guys who are watching. Shout out to Street Beefs and Heart in the Fight. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification, because in like 20 minutes, Winging It's coming on, and then you won't miss it. Even if you go do something and forget it for a second, you'll remember to come back and like, oh shit, it's Winging It. And because it's Must Watch Wednesday, we start off with the playlist. So if you missed that, go back and check that out too. Thank you, everybody, for watching. One world, one love. Deuces.